Hello everyone, my name is Shankamuffin for all you don't know. In today's video, we'll be going over another 10 RuneLite plugins you should download. For these plugins, you need to access the plugin hub here on RuneLite. To access this, open the sidebar once you have RuneLite open. Next, click on the wrench, which is the configuration section where all the plugins are. And after that, at the very bottom, you'll see the plugin hub, which you'll click on. Now, with these plugins, just be aware they are not mandated by RuneLite developers, but are still okay to use since they are not rule breaking. In addition, these plugins may have some bugs, so just use them at your own risk. Alright, let's get into the first one. The first one coming up is the plugin for all those individuals that need a little help along the way with those quests they need to be done for their account. This plugin is known as Quest Helper. It's pretty self-explanatory as to what it does. It helps out with the quests that you're doing to list where you need to go or the items that you need. No more having to open the wiki for what you need to do or where to exactly go. Also, it makes Slayer Music lose out on his job, but honestly, I'm a visual person, so I want him to tell me where to go, and I also really want to hear a succulent voice of telling me how he welcomes me to his guide. The next plugin is called Skills Progress Bar. This is one of those features from RS2 back in the day that has been added to RuneLite to give you a visual representation for the progression of all of your skills. It gives a solid idea as to how far along you are with the progress towards the next level for all the skills. You can customize a decent amount with this plugin. You can also create goals for your account. I personally like having the baseline progress, but if you want to set up goals, then by all means go for it. I personally just like the visual representation of that little bar moving across the screen. Next up on the list is the weapon/gear/animation replacer. After installing this plugin, you'll notice this plugin on the plugin panel that's on the sidebar of RuneLite. It'll be an icon that looks like a dragon mace. I personally like this plugin because of how some of the ways the weapons are handled in this game seem a little bit off to me, or it doesn't seem as natural as you'd hope it to be. This plugin offers different ways to change the animations of your weapons and gear. You can change the standing animation, attack animation, walking and running animation. To go through a simple tutorial, let's try changing the standing animation of a Zamorakian Godsword. Open up the plugin from the plugin panel, click the green plus that is shown at the top right to add in a new animation transmog, click on the gear, and then click on the animation swap. Next, click on the any square and type in Zamorak Godsword. From the drop-down menu, we want to change the stand/move animation, so we click on stand/move. Now we are going to change the animation to something else. Let's go with an Elder Maul, for example. So from the drop-down menu, let's select Elder Maul, and that's it. It's really simple and very customizable, as you can probably tell is a theme for a lot of these plugins. Just a warning though, these animations can be wonky at times, to the point where your character disappears entirely, or it just doesn't look correct at all. So it might ruin the immersion. Here are some other examples with the Zamorak Godsword as to what you can view for your animation overhaul. And you can come up with some weird combinations from a lot of these different types of animations. And here's the animations I have for some common weapons that I use. Here's the Dragon Hunter Lance, the Scythe, and of course, my BGS. Play around with this tool and see what you can do. As a friendly reminder guys, the easiest way to support small content creators is by subscribing, liking, and hitting that bell notification. Let's get back into the video. Next up for number 4 is one of my favorite plugins that I recently discovered. This plugin is known as Dance Party. It's pretty simple. Whenever you get a drop, a level up, or finish a raid, anyone that's in the vicinity of the event will randomly dance in an active celebration. It's a nice little plugin that makes you have a feel-good emotion when you see others celebrate your accomplishment. Take a look at this clip. I got the Chaos Elemental pet, and this random guy that was running by was dancing uncontrollably, and he also said grats. What a nice gesture, even if it was forced. Low-hanging fruit on number 5 here. This is one of the most obvious plugins to include on this list. Are you tired of the old graphics of old school RuneScape? You feel that the charm has worn off, tired of counting the edges of the pixels of this game? Well, introducing RuneLite HD, also known as the 117 HD plugin. Get a modern day look of old school RuneScape where there are detailed shadows, lighting effects, saturated colors, and you know how much I love those, and a cleaner looking model. I feel that the footage speaks for itself, so let's check out some of these places before and afters. There's a lot of different settings for this plugin, resulting in a wide variety of ways to customize your experience. Here are the settings of which that I use that I personally enjoy, and keep in mind I also have a powerful PC, so you might lag pretty hard with these settings depending on your rig, so keep that in mind when playing around with this plugin. Coming up for number 6 relates to the most asked question on my streams. That question is, what is that teleport animation and how do I get it? Well, here's your answer, friends. This is the answer you've all been searching for. It's the animation transmog plugin. With this plugin, you can replace the animations for a variety of different things: cutting down trees, mining ores, combat spells, teleports, and movement. I wish there was more options available for this plugin, but for what we got, the most important one is the teleport animation. Jad2OP is the animation name, and by far is my favorite teleport animation of this set. Reminds me to keep on my toes. You never know when an Inferno Jad is around the corner with a random range-based attack. The next plugin on this list is a quality of life plugin, of which people that don't play with game sounds they might enjoy. This plugin is called Notification Messages. What it does basically is you can customize the messages that you want to receive after going through an action or an event that is happening in the game. So for example, we have a variety of things such as pet rolls, potion timers, and personal bests for bosses. Basically, it's a little message that shows up in your chat box saying like for example, if I got a pet, it says, holy shit, it's a pet drop. And if I'm out of stamina for the 2 minutes that it's lasted, it says like, you know, we need to double time it. You know, it's something like that. It keeps you informed of what's happening, and with the text in red in your chat box, it might make it a little bit easier for you to be notified of when this event happens. Number 8 belongs to a simplistic plugin. You never empty your vials ever again. I've done this tons of times in raids as well in general PVMing. Never again will you empty vials, since the option on the vial will be removed entirely. And if you haven't guessed the name of this plugin, it is literally called Not Empty. It is great to have, highly suggest it. You won't make mistakes like I do. The second to last plugin on this list is known as Detachable Camera. This plugin is mostly used for YouTubers and other content creators for cinematics, but since the Orb of Oculus is available to the public, this plugin's only use, from what I could gather for the everyday player, is being able to mark tiles safely. Once you have the plugin installed, make sure to disable key remapping, as you won't be able to use the detachable camera with key remapping turned on. The reason being is you use WASD to move, and in addition to that, to change your height, you're going to use the R and F keys. From there, go to the area where you want to set up your highlighted squares and hold down shift to mark the tile. Also, you can move your character while in detachable camera. There might be some other uses for this plugin for the average player, but I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. For this very last plugin, this may potentially help you not get scammed in the trade window ever again, but you know, you should still keep a keen eye out to make sure you're not getting absolutely schmahagened. The plugin is known as Active Prices in Trade. This plugin uses the wiki active trade prices to give you an idea as to how much this item is in the trade window. So give you an idea, am I being scammed or not? Is this guy being truthful that the Hasidius banner is really worth 400 mil? With this plugin, it may save your GP and save your emotions from emotional turmoil. As always, thank you to our channel membership supporters: Z Kenzel, OSRS Grogu, Parth Patel, David Bell, Trekkie Tech, and Brennan Michael. Thank you lads for supporting this channel through the months, as well as I hope you guys have a wonderful day. My name's Shanka Muffin. I'm signing out. Please enjoy this outro.